Okay, welcome back to Cardfight Vanguard Zero, and this is it. This is the moment we've been building up to. If we go into our grades, if it loads, you will see that we have no choice to progress other than to play a rank fight on online. Yep. Now, don't get me wrong, I did prepare. Unfortunately, I can't do all too much crafting yet because I actually have to grade up one more time before I can really start grinding for crafting essence. So, I just kind of had to make do with what I have, and I did actually tweak my Oracle Think Tank deck off screen. So as you'll see, it's now called Mill Crits because that's what the deck is. It mills and it crits. So basically the objective of this deck, yes, I've actually started implementing strategy into building decks rather than just putting in whichever cards I felt fit. I've now actually got a strategy. Basically, well, yeah, I mill and I crit. I put a lot of crits in this deck, and I put a lot of cards that let me draw in the deck. And I'm hoping that by doing that and also taking advantage of Amaterasu, that way I can, well, yeah, I can kind of do a lot. So here are my triggers. I've got 7 crits, 4 draws, and 2 heals. If I was really committing to the mill crit strategy, then I would have actually changed those heals to crits or draws, because that, you know, crits are crits and draws are mills. But I didn't have it in me to run a deck that didn't have any heals at all. So those are the crits I've currently got. I've still unfortunately got some Cray Elementals in there. Oh, this card's cool. I'm looking forward to using him. But yeah, if you'll see here, every card in here will hopefully aid me in my journey to either mill or to crit. So there's a lot of cards like this one here that, when placed, lets you draw a card. And then, you know, you've got the fairly traditional stuff like Gemini and Wise Man that are there to just be my rock, to kind of, no matter what happens, no matter what field I've got, no matter what hand I've got, I can still get damage done, which is good. I could have went for a more risky strategy and went with someone like Weather Girl Milk, who is high risk, high reward. Depending on how many cards you have in your hand, she gets 4,000 damage. In fact, actually, I kind of want to go for her. Is there anything I want to take out? Because she seems pretty advantageous. What was this one again? When you draw a card, it gets 1,000. Ooh, that's pretty good. You know what? No, we're gonna get rid of Free of Her and replace it with Free of Her, because it's high risk, high reward, but it does commit to the mill crit strategy, and that is draw a lot of cards, do big damage. That's my strategy. Is it a good strategy? We're gonna find out, because we are now going to do our first online ranked fight. And I like to think that I'm going into this with a strategy and with a deck I have confidence in, which I'm hoping is more than the person I'll be matched against can say. Let's hope. But we will never know, you know. That's the thing. So we're just gonna hope. We're gonna pray. We're gonna hope. We're gonna hope we don't get matched with someone who has an extremely good Kangaroo deck or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see. I guess we'll find out, right? So we are now connecting to ranked mode. This is my very first time ever doing an online card fight. And oh boy. It's a Kagura user. That's good. Well, I'm going second, so that is genuinely pretty good. So Kagura. What do we know about Kagura? Well, we know. Let's get rid of her. We know that. Ooh, that's pretty good. We know that with Kagura, they have the ability to ignore the grade 2's blocking ability. So grade 2s usually, when they're in the front rear guard, allow you to. Okay, so I'm going to place, if this unit boosts a Vanguard, okay, so I think I'm going to want to put that, and then I'm going to want to put that there, and then I'm going to, okay, and then I'm going to place that there. I'm really wanting to think here and do this properly. So if she boosts a Vanguard, that's good. So then we're going to want to battle, we're going to want to do that, and then we're going to want to boost with Weather Girl, is my strategy. Will it work? We'll find out. Okay. Okay, good. Boom. And he gets a trigger, but that's fine because we've already done our attack anyway. Was that a good first turn? Hopefully. We got 2 damage in, which is good. I feel like 2 damage is about average. It's about average what you want in your first turn. I feel like 3 is perfect, of course, but 2 is good. Anything less than 2 is a bit shaky. You really want to be capitalizing and punishing. See, that's a big trick too. If you are not confident, you should just go for it, is my strategy. Because just defending forever isn't going to get you all too far. So we are going to place this on the Vanguard, because Promised Daughter has a pretty good effect. And then we are definitely going to want a Wise Man. And then I'm thinking, okay, let's bow. Let's get Gemini to take out the front rear guard. Let's get Wise Man to take out the Vanguard. And then hopefully we should still be able to get a pretty good attack in on the Vanguard. Anyway, regardless. Because, I mean, look at this. This is kind of ridiculous. So hopefully that works. And it seems to. Okay, so now we've got another 2 damage downwards. So we're going pretty well. As long as we can keep that up, we should be fine. But this is going to be the turn where he really starts kind of going for it. So he's sending out quite a lot of cards. He's getting really ready to do some damage. Let's hope we can tank these hits. So if we can... So he took out our grade 2 first. And we are taking some damage to our Vanguard. And he is getting, a trigger that lets him stand up again. That is not very good for us. That's actually very bad. That's the worst thing that could have happened. Luckily, we should still be able to tank it, and we get a crit, which is good, because that's going to boost our power substantially. So instead, he's going to go for the front rear guard. That was a smart move of him, although he didn't use the rear guard behind himself, so that's really interesting. So now we're going to go for... Yes, we're going to go for him, because he's pretty good. We're just making sure that we can really... He doesn't have anything in his hand, which is good. It's good for us that he doesn't have anything in his hand, because that means he can't guard. So now we're going to battle, and we're just going to go for it. We're just going to go straight for his Vanguard, and even if this doesn't go through, we still have options. So we're going to do this, and even if we don't get a trigger, we should still be fine. Yeah, no triggers, but as long as he doesn't get heal, I should be coming up Millhouse here. Can we do it? Can we do it? We can do it. Ooh. And we got our first win. Who would have thought I, of all people, would win my first online match? Now, to be fair, the matchmaking would have undoubtedly also matched me with someone of a similar skill. So, for example, I was probably going at someone who was online for their first time as well. So it's not the biggest victory in the world, but you know, he probably lost his first card fight just then. Whereas I won my first card fight, and that's good for an obvious reason. And in fact, we actually get some pretty good stuff for this. We get a lot of these tickets. Let's see, let's get all these individually because I want to actually look at the other prize a little closer. So we get 100 gems, which we can use to get stamina or open a pack. We get new card sleeves. Those look alright, yeah. And we get a new title. So let's do that and let's close. And that was really fun. I'm genuinely very, very happy with that. I couldn't have asked for that to go better if I tried. I went in with a legit strategy. That strategy paid off. He couldn't really seem to get any... it felt like I was the one controlling the pace of the battle. It felt like he was playing by my rules rather than his. And I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah, that's someone taken down online. That was fun. So, okay, Clear Story Ride 15. Win 4 times against Aichi at the difficulty level easy or greater in character fight, and win 4 times against Misaki at difficulty level easy or greater. Haha! That says quick fight counts, and that's what we're going to really look into now. See, we know that we have a Oracle Think Tank deck that's pretty good now. I mean, okay, it won once, so we don't know how actually good it is. But now we can really start thinking about where to take that deck next. So we're going to go to Character Fight. Okay. Collect crafting materials easily with quick fight. Select the number of fights, clear fights instantly. So basically what we're wanting to do is wanting to confirm. And then we're wanting to go, I think we want to go easy because we don't have very much of that. So we want to go quick fight, and I currently have quite a bit of stamina, so let's just do 10, right? And just see how it happens, basically. So we win. We win. Okay. Cool. Yep. Cool. Yep. You're going to be hearing that a lot. And as you can see, we are not getting much of the crafting material at all anymore. Which is why you kind of have to quick fight, basically. Otherwise, yeah, you're going to have to do all of those fights manually. I just did 10 fights there, and I got barely any crafting material. But we did complete that mission, so that's good. We're getting a lot of these tickets here, which is good. So, how many times do we have to do that with Aichi? We have to do that 4 times. Okay, let's try it with Aichi. I don't really care too much about collecting Royal Paladins anymore, but let's do it with Aichi 4 times. And as you can see, this is using up a lot of our stamina. Which is why it was good of me to save it beforehand. So if you're someone who is wondering how to actually get stamina and take advantage of that, you want to be logging in multiple times a day. You get stamina for logging in at specific periods of the day, and so every few hours you're going to want to open the game and then close it again, and you will automatically be given 35 stamina for each time you do that. And if you do that often enough, every time it lets you, then you should be gaining stamina more than you're using it, hopefully. But right now is when I'm starting to burn through it because I really want to get me some of those Oracle Think Tank cards. Okay, so now we can go to mission. Then we go to achievement. We can receive another one of those ticket exchange vouchers. And let's go over to the shop and see how many of those tickets we now have. Because I'm thinking now the tickets are going to be the thing I don't spend anymore. I've been talking a big talk. Okay, cool. I've been talking a big talk about how I want to start saving packs. And so now I've decided that from this point onwards, I will not touch tickets at all. I'm only going to let myself spend gems. And I mentioned a few episodes ago that I don't want to go under 500 gems, and I'm sticking to that too. So no going under 500 gems and no spending tickets until Angel Feathers become available. Angel Feathers, I've actually heard, and I've done a little bit of research into it, Angel Feathers are actually not a bad deck in Vanguard Zero, currently in the Japanese version, which is good to hear. I'm very happy with that. And honestly, let's keep the adrenaline rolling. Wow, our VP is going up pretty quickly now, which is good. Yeah, let's get the adrenaline rolling. Let's go for another online fight. I was kind of dreading them at first, but now I kind of think I want to go for another one. So let's do that. Just one more. We're not tainting things yet. Oh, does it say we've got a new? Oh, of course we do. Sure, why not? They're green now, not blue. Very subtle difference, I know. So let's see what deck we're going against now. Oh, another kangaroo. Yep. And we're going second again. Cool. Yeah. Expect to go against kangaroos. That's one of the reasons I'm drawn towards Oracle Think Tanks. Get rid of that. That's one of the reasons I'm drawn towards Oracle Think Tanks, because it seems to be one of the lesser played of the decks. I'm not sure though, it's too early to tell really, but to me it seems like it is. So he's going to ride. So I really like going second because I feel like it gives me an advantage, being able to get the first attack in. It allows me to control the pace of the battle really. So I'm going to place her out. And then honestly, I might just attack. I don't really want to be putting anything out that I don't have to, because he's just going to destroy it in his turn anyway. And I'd rather not. I'd rather save up this stuff and use it on my own turn. And remember, if there's anything we know about Oracle Think Tank, we know that we want to be, well, milling. We want to be holding on to cards in our hand. So he's going to send that out, and he's probably just going to attack our Vanguard a couple times. So, yeah. Now, of course, I could have used another grade 1 to send out and get a second attack in there, but the reason I decided not to is because her effect revolves, the grade 1 I have in my hand, her effect revolves around boosting, and so preferably if I can avoid it, I don't want to be using her unless she's boosting, so I can take advantage of that effect. See, now that we're playing online mode, we've got to kind of take this seriously and really weigh up our options and think about what it is we're doing. So now we're going to be placing grade 1s out, and now we're really going to start doing some damage. So what we're going to do is we're going to battle, and we're going to use Wise Man, and we're not going to boost because we don't need to. We got to do this sparingly, and he's going to get a trigger. And now I am going to attack with this, and hopefully... Ooh... No, if your hand has 3 or more, okay, that should be good. So we're going to use that, and hopefully, no triggers either anyway, that's fine. Now we're going to get a couple bits of damage in on him, and that's going to put us in a pretty advantageous position. So there's no way he's really going to realistically end things this turn, so it's all going to come down to our next turn, and whether or not we can really end it then. We're going to need a good turn next turn. Hopefully we can do that. We've got grade 3s in our hand, so that should give us the chance to do so, and we just got a crit, which is really good. So that's going to make it difficult for this attack to go through, but it's looking like it's going to go through anyway, so that's kind of a shame, but oh well. And it's going to get another one. Oh boy, he's drawing a lot of cards. You sure he's not the one with the mill crit deck, eh? Okay, so now it's going to be our turn, and we're really going to want to think about what it is we're doing here. So her effect's actually really good, but I feel like we should probably stick to doing something like this. His effect is very, very good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him out here. And I'm going to send her out here. And I'm going to activate his skill. And I'm really just going to kind of hope that I can just break through his Vanguard. So I'm going to do this. Then I'm thinking I'm gonna do this and then pull a trigger and give it to my grade 2. No. But that's gonna go through anyway, and he's gonna get a heal trigger because of fucking course he is. And there's no real point in attacking, so his Vanguard at the very least, so we're just gonna take out one of his Rare Guards, and then we're gonna end our turn. Then we're going to use that effect to get a card, and cool. We don't really need that card that we just drew, but that's fine. So now he's going to go, and we're going to need to tank this. Luckily we have a grade 2, so that's good, but that's not going to keep us protected for all too long, so we're really going to hope we get that heal trigger, otherwise we are kind of screwed. So he's going to attack, and that might be it for us. Especially now that he's gotten a stand trigger. Yep, he's kind of decimated us here, hasn't he? But that's fine. Oh well. So 1 for 1 so far. That's not too bad actually. I don't hate that. I'm expecting to get losses. That's the thing, if you're playing, because like if you're playing in a way where you're like scared of getting losses, then you're not really going to make all too much progress is the thing. You want to be able to capitalize upon any openings he has, and if you're playing too defensively, if you're playing as if you're scared, then that's not going to do great for you. You're going to miss out on opportunities to get damage in, and that's really going to be what costs you the game. So I'm still going to kind of go into this with the mindset of trying to beat him. And that's what Vanguard's all about. It's about imagining your path to victory rather than acting overly defensively and not actually getting anything done. So yes, that may be a loss. But it's not a loss to be scared of or anything. Oop. It's not a loss to be scared of, it's a loss to learn from. So, what did we do wrong there is what I should ask. I think I failed to capitalize. I think I may have done a couple misplays here and there. I may have failed to sort of attack in the correct order, for example, and really make sure I had my damage up at all times. If I had a little bit more damage on my final turn there, then I could have ended it there and then, but I struggled to get that last attack in, and I think that's what cost me the game. So now I can kind of come back and think about my deck. and sort of how to improve it to kind of avoid that and get that more attack in future. So yes, 1 win, 1 loss. I'm happy with that though. Yeah, so let's see, let's go back to character fight. Let's do a few more of, because I know I want to be doing Oracle Think Tank. Yeah, I know I want to be doing Oracle Think Tank. And at least for now, at least until Neo Nectar and / or Angel Feather come in. So I don't mind kind of putting most of my stamina into crafting materials for Oracle Think Tank. So I'm pretty happy with that actually. So, yep, we're gonna get crafting materials for more of these, like so. And, ooh, we're getting pretty close to that gacha ticket, so that's good. And once again, the more tickets we have, the closer we'll be to having a decent Angel Feather deck, which is good, because that's kind of what we're building towards. So we've almost got enough materials to actually craft for something fairly good here, and we've got more missions here. So let's claim those. And see, there we go, we've already got more stamina again anyway, so you know what, I think I'm going to use up that stamina just a little bit more. Actually, what was it we needed for the Perfect Guard? Because I feel like one thing we should be aiming for here is a playset of our Perfect Guard. That's what I'm really aiming for right now, and then we can kind of think about Amaterasu and Silent Tom. So we're going to go to Oracle Think Tank, and we're going to find our Perfect Guard that we only have 1 of, and we need 61 more of this smaller Oracle piece. So that's what we are going to work towards. So we need 61 more of those just to get 1 more. So as I mentioned earlier, very grindy, but I think, we'll see. That is a lot of stamina you're using up just for 1 card, but to be fair, with a card as big as a Perfect Guard does have the ability to turn the tables of the game, so I guess it's understandable. So I'm gonna go more. I'm gonna be crafting pretty liberally here, just because I really want to make sure that I get the cards that I want. So, as you can see, this is sort of the process you're going through to get the... Ooh, we're not getting a lot of crafting essence here. But this is the sort of process you're going through to get a card, and this is why you still preferably, if you can, want to be getting cards mainly from packs, because packs cost a lot less than this, but of course with packs you don't have the guarantee. See, there's the balance. Do you go for the cheaper method and just hope you get the card you want, or do you want to guarantee you get the card you want and spend a lot more materials? That's the thing, that's the sort of trade-off there. But yeah, so that was my first episode of online mode, I guess, and ranked battles. I went 1 for 1, which I'm actually pretty happy with. I'm surprised that my first fight online was one I actually won, and I'm actually pretty happy with my deck so far. I feel like most of why I lost the second fight was more my mindset and my misplays, but that's already something we've established as a problem anyway, so we're gonna just have to work on that as time progresses. So yeah, I'll see you next time for more Cardfight Vanguard Zero, where now things are really getting serious and we're really working towards that Dream Oracle Think Tank deck. So yeah, I'll see you later with more Cardfight Vanguard Zero. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and this time I'm going to ask you what your strategy for online ranked is. I want to know what kind of deck you're building for that, and what strategy it's going to rely upon, and what cards are essential to that. Just because now you know what my strategy is, I'm milk-critting with Oracle Think Tanks, I want to know what strategy it is you're trying to do too. So see ya next time with more Vanguard Zero.